Hey there, it's Brooks with Seven Sons. I have my brother Bryce behind me here, and we wanted to give you an overview of our pasture-raised eggs and how you can buy them through home delivery. So we're going to show you how we keep them safe during transit, and what makes these eggs a little unique compared to where eggs you would buy anywhere else. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and Bryce is going to give us an overview. All right, Bryce, so there's obviously a lot that goes into packing eggs in a way that keeps them safe on that long, bumpy journey to our customer's door. But there's something special about these eggs as well. Can you give us an overview of that?
Yeah, absolutely, Brooks. So this here is our pasture pack kit, and what makes pasture pack so awesome and different is the fact that the eggs are unwashed, meaning that the eggs still have that natural bloom on them from when they're laid. By leaving that on and not washing that, the eggs will last much longer. This is actually a standard practice over in Europe. I'm not even sure you're even allowed to wash eggs over there.
So I might be thinking as a customer, how do you keep the eggs clean if you're not washing them? Is there special measures that you guys take to make sure that the eggs are staying clean?
Yeah, so actually our nesting area, or the nesting boxes that the hens lay their eggs into, the way that those boxes are designed is the floor is slanted, so when the chicken lays the egg, it'll actually roll away into a separate clean compartment. So the eggs, just obviously stay much cleaner by having those.
Makes sense. And then you guys also have a process when you're packing them to make sure that you're picking out.
Yeah, anything that may still possibly have gotten through that was still dirty.
Okay, that's great. Well, go ahead and just show us the little unboxing overview here of what a customer could expect and how we keep these safe.
So when it arrives, there will be this little slip in here. There's a little QR code here that you can scan, and it'll take you to a link to our video here that just explains a little more of what makes these eggs so special, and you'll actually get to see the laying hen operation in action as my brother Bruce explains all that. You'll also receive a guaranteed laid date. So right here, there'll actually be the date in which that egg was laid on that you will be receiving.
And that's not something that you could expect to see anywhere else if you're buying eggs in a grocery store. How long does it typically take an egg to get to the grocery store by the time a customer would purchase them and take them home?
Yeah, easily 2 to 3 weeks old sometimes. Yep.
So there's a lot that goes into packing, obviously, eggs to make sure they stay safe in transit, and they might be more expensive than what people are used to get it delivered to their home. But we're taking that special measure to make sure that these are also the freshest eggs that you can find anywhere else. If you're buying through the grocery store, you're never ever going to find an egg that's been laid, guaranteed to have been laid within 7 days. So they'll always have that pack date on the eggs. So it looks like can you give us an overview of then?
Yeah, so when you receive this this kit here, there's 4 dozen that fit in here. As you can see, we went in to make sure that there's extra protection here for the eggs with the spacing we have alongside the box here. When you pull out the carton, when you open it up here, we actually have what we call our snuggles here that sit on top of the eggs, and this keeps the eggs from bouncing around and cracking when in transport.
So what makes this work is the die cut foam here inside each individual dozen, and then there's the spacing, so that way if there's impact on the outside of the box, the eggs are staying protected all the way through. And this top panel plays into that as well, so to take impact from the top and the bottom of the box. So how many dozen are in the box?
So there's 4 dozen here in the box.
Okay, and there might be bulk discount options where you could buy maybe an 8-pack or even something larger than that, and that would just be buying multiple of the four dozen packs here. So these eggs are available on the website. One special thing or something you're going to want to know about the eggs is that we consider these an add-on item, meaning that they're packed in their own separate box, and we do that to make sure that they stay obviously uncracked during transit. So a lot of measures that go into that. So since they're packed completely separate than the frozen box, we have to require that these are an add-on item on top of buying a frozen order. So if you see on the website, it's going to require you to buy $149 worth of meat product in order to add on the box of eggs. And that's because it's all kept completely separate. And if we didn't do it that way, then what would happen is we would get orders that, believe it or not, would kind of work against the way that we pack the frozen meat box. Because in the frozen meat box here, we need to get a certain amount of frozen meat products in there to make sure that everything stays frozen along with the dry ice. So if we received orders where someone bought just eggs and then, you know, Bryce, just a few pounds of meat, then there's not really a good way for us to, you know, a cost-effective way for us to keep those few items of meat frozen inside this frozen box. So since it's all kept a little bit separate, we wanted to explain that as well, that this is an add-on item, so it requires the purchase of $149 worth of meat in order to buy the box of the eggs to make the whole thing work. But that's the whole process and how we keep these safe, what's unique about the eggs. I hope you guys enjoyed the overview. If you have any questions, comment below wherever this video gets posted, and we will be happy to answer. Take care. Thanks, Bryce.
Thank you.